Hi everybody, this is John from Anglo Forest, back in your life. I'm going to be testing out the Buffalo 4-season sleeping bag, along with the Buffalo Inner and the Buffalo Thermoliner. So join us back after the intro. And a quick view of the Buffalo 4-season sleeping bag with a pile lining, exactly the same as inside the Buffalo Inner. Quick view of the Buffalo sleeping bag Inner. And now the Pertex Thermoliner from Buffalo, it will fit inside the bag to protect from dirt and everything else, or you can just jump straight in with if you're wet. Here's a quick shot of the system all together. So we have the sleeping bag 4-season outer, the inner and the Thermoliner. Right, also part of the system, I'm going to be wearing the Buffalo mountain shirt and also the Teclite trousers as well inside the sleeping bag, just to give it a bit of extra warmth. Whether I need it or not, I don't know. I'd probably end up having to kind of strip down through the night, but I am absolutely roasting and probably need to strip down a bit. Wow, it's boiling.
Is that all three parts you got in there? All three parts, outer, inner and the dirt bag?
I've got everything on. In fact, I'll unzip a little bit so you can see. But wow. I think like when we go out, just wearing the coat, you know, you stay warm, but 3 layers of it is just ridiculous. Wow. Good thing is okay, what temperature are we saying it is today?
It's going to be about 2 degrees up here.
About 2 degrees, so imagine, you know, I am sweltering in this kind of condition, so imagine kind of going down to minus. You know, this is going to do you well. You're sweating a little bit inside. I know I've just battled to kind of get into the sleeping bag, but the actual material and everything is actually breathable. So say if you're sweating or whatever, it's not kind of staying inside the bag, and it actually escapes out. So if you get into this kind of soaking wet, you will dry out, and I can believe that with it. Right, so first time round, I had a bit of a wrestling match with the sleeping bag getting into the hammock, so I've kind of come up with a bit of a way of getting in properly and jumping in the hammock, zipping everything up. Otherwise, you kind of trying to put it on when you're inside the hammock and you've got absolutely no chance. So best way to do it is if you put all the layers and put the hoods up, leave it half open. When you get in, you zip the outside first, and then you zip up the next layer, and then the inside layer, and then you kind of everything zipped up properly. So feet, basically what I do is I've got my feet right down to the bottom, stand here, hood on, the next layer, I put the hood on, and then the next. Okay, find my hammock. Jump in. Hoods can now come off. And then it's just a case of zipping up. Otherwise, you're led on the sleeping bag and you you can't wrestle it all up. So that's the easiest way. As you can see, I can just synth all this over my shoulders quite easily, zip up quite easily. There you go. And then I can do the inside, the next layer. And then the next layer. So I'm all done. See you in the morning.
Cool.
Morning everyone. So woke up about 2 o'clock last night or this morning, and it was absolutely sweltering, so ended up taking the 4-seater in or out, and I woke up again this morning about 7, and it was a pretty warm night, to be honest, so suggest the 4-seater in probably only for minus conditions. What did you say, Chris, the temperature was, you reckon, tonight?
It went down to 2 degrees.
Went down to about 2 degrees, yeah, so yeah, very happy with the super bag, very comfortable. I could move around a lot inside it, it's quite roomy, so big thumbs up. Right now I've woken up a little bit, it's quite chilly outside, and I've reflected on the sleeping bag. Was able to kind of strip this down to kind of 2 layers, and I've obviously kind of keeping this on, and I was at, you know, perfect temperature. Chris was saying, you know, like in his sleeping bag, you know, potentially once you're warm and you're really hot, you can't really kind of filter back down. So I think this is pretty good because you can take off a layer if it's too hot, or add a layer if it's too cold. So in that instance, I think that's why kind of I was quite kind of overly pleased with it. Right, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, share as well on any other kind of platforms, and I'll see you again shortly.